You're going to learn the best starting place if you're struggling with reading lead sheets. And that's getting familiar with figuring out major and minor chords at the piano. Because so many lead sheets you're going to read are either all major and minor chords, or that'll be the basis for a more complicated chord like a seventh chord. So to figure out major and minor chords, if you know the scale of the chord you're trying to figure out, for example, say a D major chord, that'd be a capital D chord symbol. If you know your D major scale, it's just going to be the first, third, and fifth note of that scale, D major chord. But if you're not as familiar with your scales yet, there is a shortcut for major chords. Say you're trying to figure out that D chord but have no idea what a D major scale is, you can start with the root of the chord, that would be the D, and then count the half steps. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 for the middle note, and then 1, 2, 3 for the top note. So again, that's 4 half steps and then 3 half steps for a major chord, and you can do that starting on any key. To figure out a minor chord, it's similar. Let's say we're trying to figure out the E minor chord. If you know your E minor scale, again, it's just 1, 3, and 5, but if you're not as familiar with scales yet, you can do another half step counting trick, except this time instead of 4 and 3, we're gonna flip that and it'll be 3 and 4. So again, we'll have our root of the chord, in this case E, count up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, and then count it up another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our E minor chord figured out from scratch using half steps. Practice figuring out major and minor chords with some lead sheets that you're working on. If you see some 7s there, just ignore them. For example, C7, you can just treat that as a C major chord as your starting place and see how it goes. And be sure to subscribe for more tutorials like this.